I'd love to expand on the CMC piece you were talking about, especially as it relates to sort of the startup and very small companies. There's a lot of capital going into early stage companies right now because there's a lot of exciting things happening. But of course, there is the concern about CMC maturity. And I wonder if you could speak to that for us.
So it's very interesting because what you see in some of the newer startup companies is this lesson that's been learned through some of the companies that started up, say, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you would have had a chief medical officer or head of clinical development that would have had an MD, you would have had a CEO, and you might have thought about supply chain. You probably might not have thought much about quality at all yet, and you had a big thought about clinical affairs and clinical development, right, and getting into the clinic. You didn't see like a VP of CMC. In the startup companies that I'm working with now that are more in preclinical or early stage development, they often early on bring in a VP of CMC, because they know that they need to start to work on how they're going to develop their technology, where they're going to produce, what that looks like. They know they have to start to work at my cell bank. Where am I going to bank it? How am I going to get a working cell bank off my master? They start working on all of these things much earlier now and thinking very seriously about it because they've watched the predecessors before them crash and burn and learn some hard lessons.